The Unknown Savior, A Night on the Train, Toastmaster Kumaravel. Toastmaster Kumaravel, The Unknown Savior, A Night on the Train.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kumar. Good morning to the Toastmasters and dear guests. How many of you believe in the proverb, leaders are not born, but they are made? Yeah, thanks for acknowledging it. Let me tell my story. I was traveling to Coimbatore by train with my family. We boarded the train around 10 p.m. It was an air conditioned compartment. I had taken the side upper berth. Around 3 a.m., I felt the sense of burning smell. Then a fire alarm went off. People woke up and got down from the bus and stood on the way, and wherever they stood, came down and they stood right there. I got down from my berth, woke my family. I expected people to move on, come out of the compartment. But to my surprise, nobody moved. I asked the person in front of me, "Can you move?" He looked at me like this. The person in front of me is not moving. How can I move? So I looked around. Children were there, elders were there, but nobody knew what to do. If I shout, saying it could be fire, it could create panic, and it can even lead to stampede. Okay. But if I stay like silent like others, even we cannot escape this from the danger. Something clicked in me. I raised my voice and spoke. Please keep moving. Don't block the way. Please keep moving. Don't block the way. To my surprise, people started moving out of the compartment. As I reached out of the compartment, I saw a train attendant. He was talking to the train staff. He said the root cause was a rat. I was not convinced. I went and asked, "Can you show me where it happened?" He got irritated. "Don't you believe what I'm saying?" I said, "It is not about the belief. The life of all passengers is at risk now. Please show me where it happened." He just opened the electrical circuit reluctantly and showed me a dead rat inside. After some time, he just took it, threw it away, and very lethargically said, "Everything is right, we can go back." Still, nobody went back to their berths. And then I raised my voice again and spoke. "The problem is resolved. Go back to your seats." People started moving to their berths. What surprised me one day was the people in the compartment looked well educated and well to do. Yet nobody took any action during that situation. They all waited for a clear and confident command to be given, an instruction to be given. And based on that instruction, they started moving. So clarity and the confidence comes only when you take responsibility for the people around you. The moment you take responsibility and ownership for the people around you, you naturally become a leader. So leadership is not always about titles. It's about responsibility and ownership. So why do we need to take that responsibility for the people around us? Because taking such responsibility can protect someone, can save someone's life, can pull someone from out of the danger. So very next time, when you face similar situation in your life, you ask this inevitable question: Can I do something for it? What do you think was the day? Thank you. Over to you.
Toastmaster Kumaravel, to evaluate your speech, I have a package of your name itself, giving that to you. The first thing I loved about your speech, that is a commanding presence. You stood up confidently that immediately captured the attention. Though it was an online meeting, you chose to stand and deliver the speech. Your posture and stage presence itself helped to establish that credibility, confidence, and the connection with the audience. The second thing I loved about your speech, which starts with you, is the usage of gestures. I saw you use your hand very powerfully, and it was very natural and purposeful, supporting to the message. It was not distracting. The third thing was about the measured pace. You were not in a hurry, you were not in a rush. Usually, when we get onto the stage, either out of nervousness or out of our cultural thing, we try to talk very fast, fill it up with words. But you had a very measured pace. You were slow, peaceful, and you allowed the audience to listen each word and observe the story, and made a comfortable listening experience. The next thing is the authentic narration of the story. It was a personal story. I always love listening to personal stories in Toastmasters. It was very genuine. It was relatable. We have all been there in these kind of situations, and we choose to remain silent, or we choose somebody else will lead. Thank you for bringing your personal story that made us to connect emotionally. The next thing was you kept the realistic dialogues. This is a vocal variety project. You brought in those dialogues. The use of the conversation was very powerful, and how you brought the characters who are there in the compartment, and what exactly is going on, and how you related and transformed that into a leadership lessons from your real life experience. If at all I have to give some recommendation to take this speech to the next level, that would be to have a attention grabbing opening. You just came, you said thank you to the DMOD, you just said good morning. It's not a wrong way to open a speech, but to have a strong attention grabbing opening, you might have told, don't block the way, keep moving, with a loud voice, and we would have been like, what exactly is going on, and then painted the scene and set the scene, and then told what exactly, and bring the leadership lesson at the end. The next thing was, this is a vocal variety project, and you use that repetitive statements very well. That was very well done, and the message from the personal story was very clear and memorable. It was very meaningful to act upon. The last impression at the end of the speech, you again reiterated what the message is. It's not somebody who has a title or something. What we choose in the moments of disaster is deciding whether we are a leader. That was so powerful. Very powerful message, very powerful story, and great takeaway message for us. Thank you, and looking forward to listen to more and more speeches from you. Back to you, General Evaluator.